What is up, y'all? It's the Eric V here, and today I'm joined by one of Twitch's newest partners by the name of imjustkey. Key, do you mind introducing yourself?
Hi everybody. Can I say my special?
You can
my
say
special intro?
whatever you want to.
What is
This is a
Gucci in
spotlight.
the booty?
I actually have a question about what is Gucci in the booty.
Hit me with it.
So I might as well hit you with it now. What's the origin of the phrase?
Dude, honestly, I don't know. I've been making YouTube videos a long time, and it's just I've been saying it for so long. I don't even know anymore. Like six years or something like that. It's crazy sometimes. So like, it's just what's good. What's Gucci in the booty? And
It's definitely a way to like leave an impression on somebody. Cause like I've been making YouTube videos for a long time. And you know what my intro has always been?
what's that?
What is up, y'all? It's not like what's up, what is up, y'all? But that's real regular. If I came with what's Gucci in the booty, it's like, oh, I gotta hear what this guy has to say.
Everybody. And I noticed that really big when like almost everything that I get myself involved in, I try to make content out of it. And so I grew up playing card games like Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, stuff like that. So Final Fantasy had a card game and I was playing that heavy and I started making YouTube videos on it. And I was like, yo, what's Gucci in the booty? And then I started posting it to the Final Fantasy forums and they're like, what in the world? Like, who is this dude talking about Gucci in the booty? So then everybody just started, and I noticed that like, that is a really, really like catchy thing to catch people off guard. And
It is. It's fire. The thing about, especially nowadays, like it's always been true, but it's more true than it's ever been, is that attention spans are shorter than they've ever been. So as long as you get like a good hook, like you start any TikTok with what's Gucci in the booty, people gonna be like, all right, what are you about to talk about?
That really hits everybody. Like, whoa, wait a minute. What did you just say to me? Let me that. What did you say?
No, that's dope. That's dope. So, okay, so you said you've been a YouTuber for a long time, and I know that you're still YouTubing today. What was your first like YouTube content? The cards, or was it shoes?
Okay. So my very first content actually was hair videos. I made waving videos.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I see the spins.
We out here.
I used to watch a bunch of waving YouTubers. And one day, all my roommates left the house, and I was like, you know what? I bought this little camera off my brother. My sister found this camera on the bus. It was broken. Gave it to my brother. I bought it off my brother for $5. It was a little handy cam, and it had the flip out, but the flip out was broken, so I couldn't see myself. So I put it in my bathroom mirror, and I just filmed myself. The video, I'll go back and look at that video, and it is just funny. It's just ridiculous. But that was my first content. I started making hair videos, and then like a month or two later, I switched over to sneakers, and that is where I found like my home. Like that's where my true content came out. My true self came out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And now you still make YouTube content?
Yeah. Now I'm doing video game stuff because I did that type of content for like 8 years, I want to say.
Sneaker content?
Yeah. Because there was a point where it was actually kind of tragic. My channel was blowing up. Not kind of. It was doing its thing. I was moving. I caught momentum.
Sorry, I'll edit that out. I realized the Discord sound was my other computer, and I turned that shit off, and then my Bluetooth speakers disconnected from my work computer. And anyway, I'm gonna edit that shit out. Tell us your tragic story.
I'm about to tell my tragic story. He's like, la 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 la.
I might have to keep it in. Whoops.
All right, so my content, my channel was on an upward trend. I was doing well. And then man, I'll never forget. I just came back. I got invited out to California. I did a show opening up for Waka Flocka.
What kind of show?
It was, so the person that invited me out was a rapper. So he was opening up for Waka, and he invited me to be his hype man.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was on stage with being this hype man, and I came back, and that's when like the whole Pokemon Go thing was going on, that whole situation. So I was like, oh, this is content. So I made a parody video of Pokemon Go, and I was in the middle of filming that video when I got hit with a it was like a terms of service for YouTube.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, this video is, you can't have this video up, something like that. And we took it down. I was like, okay, fine. And then immediately after that, they hit me with another email. You violated our terms of service. We're terminating your channel indefinitely. And I was like, hey, yo, hold on.
Wow.
And that video that they had hit me for had come. I put that video a year before. Like it was already up for a year, and it was stupid. It was like I left my card at home, and I went to a Dunkin' Donuts, and somebody paid for me. And so I went back home, found my card, went to Burger King, paid for somebody, and I told the story. It was like a Snapchat filter story. I told the story, and I was like, "Yo, pass it forward. You know what we do. You know what I'm saying? Be kind, whatever." Yeah. And they hit that video for spam, scam, and solicitation.
No way.
Yeah, channel terminated.
Wow. So the current YouTube channel that you use now is a new channel entirely?
Yeah. It's I rebranded myself entirely last year, and I started just from scratch, from no prior conversations with any of my friends and none of that. I just started over.
Damn. Yeah. Like with my channel, I just shifted entirely to making different kind of content, because with me, I was making hip hop and video game videos, and then I was doing
video game.
Yeah. No. No. I was, you know, I've always been in everything, man, as my current Twitch channel shows.
Yeah.
So it like one video could just totally be about like an old Ninja Turtles game. The next video could be about Waka Flocka Flame. Like that's just what it was.
Okay.
But then my laptop got stolen by like my roommate's prostitute or something like that. So like I just couldn't make YouTube videos. I just couldn't make YouTube videos for a minute. So by the time I came back to YouTube, I just shifted entirely. So yeah, it's crazy how life works. Yeah, but tell us a little bit about your current Twitch content.
Current Twitch content. Yeah, so I rebranded back in 2021. And I went from OT-Dub to imjustkey. And so now I'm a RPG streamer. Like I've loved RPGs since I was like 10, 11 years old. But the thing is, like, I'm a gamer of all kinds. Like I love RPGs, but I also love Call of Duty. Like I'm an unapologetically lover of Call of Duty games. Like I know people are tired of it, and I love battle. Dude, I was on Fortnite for like a year or two. Like I love Fortnite. But yeah, so I like all types of video games. But I knew going in to streaming what I wanted to do. Like I knew how saturated all those other things that I really loved, but how I'm not going to say unsaturated, but you just don't hear about it a lot. When you see all the famous streamers, you see them playing Fortnite, you see them playing Call of Duty. I don't really, because I'm not really super well versed into Twitch. I never really knew about any famous RPG gamers. So I was like, I'm going to stick to this. Like I'm going to play RPGs because I love RPGs anyways. And I don't beat games. So let me just,
okay.
Streaming keeps me honest, and it keeps me beating games.
So why would you say you started streaming?
Why did I start streaming? Interesting. Because I was last year, randomly, I was scrolling through Instagram, and it was like not last year. I'm sorry, in 2020, I was scrolling through Instagram, and it was like right when the pandemic hit, and I saw this sponsored post. It was like of a mic arm, and it was like, "Start your podcast now, do your podcast now" thing. And I hit up my boys. I was like, "Yo, we're not doing nothing. Like, what's up? Let's start a podcast, a video game podcast." And it was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we did it. We started it. We kind of just like went right into. We took like a day of like doing some like field research, market research, and then we just went into it. And it was going pretty well. It was doing good. And like the first day, we had like 30 viewers. It was like, oh.
This was on Twitch?
It was on Twitch, yeah.
Okay.
It was on Twitch. And it was like, yo, we're really doing this. And so I did that for like, it was from like March. And then at the end of December, now mind you, at the time I was no longer making YouTube videos, like, or my YouTube was kind of just like I was putting on a video a month or something like that. Like, so I wasn't really doing that. And I was like, you know what? I made a Twitch channel back in like, I streamed for a month back in 2018 because like I just feel as though as a content creator, you should have multiple forms of income coming in. Mm-hmm. So I was on YouTube. I was also trying to make a Twitch thing happen. So I streamed for like literally a month in like 2018, I think it was, got affiliate and then left Twitch, went to Facebook gaming, did that for like a month, left that, and then did no streaming, just did nothing. So yeah.
Why'd you leave Facebook gaming?
Why'd I leave Facebook? Same reason I left Twitch. No reason.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing in particular.
Okay.
Just wasn't consistent like I should have been, like you should, like a content creator should be.
Yeah.
And so then I at the December of 2020, I was like, yo, I'm gonna bring back my Twitch. Like, I'm having so much fun doing this podcast with my homies. Like, let me do my own thing. And that's how my account started in 2021. I rebranded and did all of that.
So when you came back to Twitch, you were sticking to RPGs from then? You came to Twitch with that plan?
When I started Twitch in 2021?
Yes.
Yeah. Because when I started in 2018, I was playing Fortnite. You can actually like, sometimes people will like, you know, when I pop in a channel, they have that like clip.
Shout out clip.
Mm-hmm. You'll see like some old clips for me playing Fortnite and stuff like that. So yeah, I started playing Fortnite back in like 2018 for like a month. And then 2021, I rebranded and started imjustkey.
Wow. So you came in with a plan. Were you, I don't know, are you, I don't know, surprised by your success at all? If you would even call it success? Okay.
Yeah, I was, absolutely. I had no idea. No. I had no idea I would be here today. Like I did have a plan, and this is something, dude, let me tell you, I've always known, I never knew what I wanted to do in my life, like ever. All I knew was that I did not want to go to work. I didn't want to clock in. I'm not really good at having a boss or just taking orders. Like I'll bust my chops and do my job, but I'm not good at like just people telling me what to do. And I used to have this thing we called the 4-month curse. Like every job that I had, I only stayed at for 4 months. And I was out.
Okay.
So yeah, I knew I wanted content creation to be my thing. I absolutely knew that I wanted to do that. I just didn't know. I had no idea coming into 2021 that it would just blow up to, I say blow up lightly because I'm still a super small time streamer, but it would be what it is today. I had no idea.
So because you were becoming successful on Twitch, I'm assuming you quit your job?
Yeah. Yes. I quit my job.
Or was it just 4 months? Was it just 4 months? And you were like, all right.
I learned we got to make a living out here.
Right.
Not doing that no more. I actually quit my job, dude, when I had 500 followers. Yeah, it was not, I wouldn't recommend doing that. But it was one of those things where like, I was like on an uphill trend. When I hit 500 followers, it was in like, I don't remember. I want to say something like March or something like that. And I wasn't expecting to hit it until September.
That's pretty fast.
I felt like I was on an uphill trend, and my job called me back like, yo, Key, you can come back, because they was paying me. Well, I'm not, because of the pandemic. I didn't have to go to work, but they were still paying me.
Okay.
They called me like, yo, you can come back. Now, I worked at a casino. I was cleaning toilets. Like, I was a cleaning guy, cleaning toilets after drunk people and stuff like that. And but my hours are random. Like it would be from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. or from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. or from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. like all throughout the week. Like I never know what my schedule is.
Okay.
And I was consistent 5 a.m. every day. So it was just like I had a choice. Do I just pursue this, like go for it? Or do I go back to work and see if I can like maybe continue streaming possibly. I would most, and also I was still doing my podcast. So I would definitely have to quit the podcast because I couldn't do that because of the hours and try to like squeeze in streaming every once in a while. So I just said, you know what? In 2020, I had a pretty good 2020. Unfortunately, I was what people call a scalper. I was a reseller.
Okay. Sneakers?
I made a good piece of coin.
Wait, consoles?
No, not
a okay.
consoles. I think I sold maybe 4 consoles total.
Okay.
Not a lot. Yeah, but I had like nice little nest egg stashed away. So I was like, I'm going content.
Okay. So you created an environment where you could comfortably do what you want until, okay. No, that's dope. So you just trusted in yourself, but.
Yeah, I just went with it, man. I just felt it. It was just like, I was just like, you know what? I'd rather be doing this, trying to figure this out while I still can, instead of going back, cleaning toilets and trying to figure it out that way, because it was no way I could mix the both of them together.
Yeah, I feel that. It's hard to balance and juggle stuff. I know it for sure. And that was something that how often did you do the podcast? Weekly?
Yeah. So yeah, every Monday was the podcast, and we would stream video games 2 to 3 days out the week as well.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, that's a lot.
I was streaming like 60 hours a week between me streaming and the podcast.
Wow. Okay, so I was looking at your schedule. How often do you stream now a week?
5 days a week.
5 days a week. How many hours does that add up to?
20 or yeah. So I mean, it's varied, but right now I'm doing five hours every day. So about 25 hours a week.
Okay. Now. Okay. That's a pretty good work week to me, especially playing games, talking trash, enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
So, all right. You said you don't want to have all your eggs in one basket. So this next question, social media. How do you use social media to help you grow on Twitch?
Man.
If at all.
I don't even know if my social media helps me grow. My social media is growing. And when I say social media, I say my Twitter. My Twitter has been growing for me. I know what I should be doing on Instagram, but man, is it hard. Just taking pictures, man. It's hard.
So that's what you think you should be doing? Taking selfies?
Yeah,
or just like regular pictures.
Yeah, like pictures. I don't know if I should. I don't know. Selfies, I might scare people away, but I mean, just like taking like good pictures and often, because that's one of those things where you have to be really consistent with it at the start. It's not really gonna go nowhere. But consistency kills. So like you just keep on doing it, and eventually it'll grow. People will start latching on to what you're doing, what you got going on. And but I don't do that, and I don't take good pictures, and I don't go outside to take pictures. So it's not gonna grow for me. My Twitter, dude, I'm honestly on Twitter. I don't know if my Twitter helps me grow, to be honest. My Twitter is growing because of my channel growing. I don't know how much it's working back and forth with each other. But I'm just unapologetically me on Twitter. Like it's gotten to the point where people be like, yo, you should change your name on the weekends to Weekend Key, because I drink wine. And I just be on Twitter. Like last week, I was like, I tweeted out, yo, I can't grow hair on my legs. I don't know why I told y'all that.
I think I did notice that your name was Weekend Key this weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I guess it's going to change back.
Yeah. I just be wilding out. I just be saying, I don't know. Today I tweeted out, I bought a stapler, so now I'm a professional. Like,
why would you need a stapler though? Now that I think, like, why do you need a stapler
I'm just trying to be a professional.
As a stay-at-home content creator?
I'm just trying to.
You got your fax machine too? Like,
I got a printer.
Okay.
I got the printer.
Okay. So, all right, you got partner on Twitch by streaming consistently from January to when did you get partner? Was that?
7th, I started streaming as imjustkey. I got partner February 11th.
I
got
All right. So from my experience and what I just know, that's a very quick time to get partner.
Yeah.
What makes you different? Why you? Man,
that's difficult for me to answer, because I want to say luck. That's honestly how I feel about it. Luck. I was streaming RPGs, and to be fair, like as a person streaming RPGs, I was growing pretty consistently. Like people started tuning into my channel, started watching me stream, and we was having some fun. Um, but when I played Final Fantasy VII, I got bombarded with. Now, mind you, every single game that I play is a first time playthrough. I've missed a lot of games. Yeah,
okay.
every single game. And I always play the same game every day until I beat it, and then we move on to the next game. And so when I played Final Fantasy VII, I got hit with so many massive raids. And I didn't know these people. They found me, whether it was through recommendation or just randomly trying to find somebody that was playing whatever game, which happened to be Final Fantasy VII. So I feel as though it was luck. But as I was conversating with my friends about this, like, because we kind of talk about my growth a lot, and they said, you know, like people were brought to the water, but they didn't make them drink. Like I was doing things in my channel to make people stay or want to come back. And I do, you know, I do a lot of background work on I literally just implemented a whole new system on my stream today. It took me like 4 or 5 hours to get everything going. But I do a lot of background things on my stream, a lot of interactivity that I don't see on anybody else's stream. I've not seen on anybody else's stream. And also,
Would you mind disclosing what program you use? You don't have to say specifically what you've been doing.
No, honestly, dude, I am
open book.
Like I said, I'm an open book. I've been making content since 2013. I know it's hard to make it out here. I want to help everybody glow. I use StreamerBot. I first started, I was using Triggerfire. I found Triggerfire. And I use StreamerBot, and StreamerBot is that thing is beautiful. It's amazing.
Okay. I've seen Nutty make a video about it.
Yeah,
I haven't dug into it.
Actually has a like a crash course, like a 20-minute crash course on how to use it. And to be honest, when I was 18, I used to I was 16. I used to mess around a lot in RPG Maker, and programming is very similar to RPG Maker, to eventing in RPG Maker, and StreamerBot. So I was able to pick up on how to use it fairly simple, like really easy. It was like able to connect the dots easier.
Wow.
But yeah, StreamerBot is, I love that thing.
Yeah, to me, you know, there's always raids and, you know, opportunities to grow. But I always think about the phrase, and I'm probably going to mess it up, but luck is opportunity meets preparation. So you were prepared when you got these opportunities. Therefore, you're able to retain the people who actually like showed up and got exposed to you. So even though that could like partially be luck, it's very easy to squander an opportunity or opportunities like you had. Now, for clarity, because I'm pretty sure it is, but this was the 1997 release of Final Fantasy VII, right?
Yeah, the OG. Yeah. I beat the remake before I played the OG.
Okay, yeah, me too. Actually, like I was playing Final Fantasy 1997 on my Xbox Series X. Like, damn, this shit like is still good. But yeah, I definitely beat that like just last year for the first time, which one of my friends would probably be annoyed to hear, but I don't know, it's still good. So yeah, so basically your answer is you got some opportunities playing a niche game, also in the games category, correct?
Of course.
Talk about that a little bit. Always,
man. Listen, I tell this to people all the time. Now, I unintentionally found this out, but when you go to a category and you find games that you want to, well, you think about, because I honestly, when I was playing, I think after 7, I think it was after Final Fantasy 7 is when I really started looking at categories, because I unintentionally stumbled across the fact that these games will have X amount of followers, and not that many people streaming it, not a lot of viewers viewing it. So that could be your market right there. So many people do I come across say that they just randomly search the category, see if somebody was playing it, and like, okay, even if that chance is 0.001 somebody doing it, that one person still did it, and that's somebody that possibly could not have found you before. And you're also 9 times out of 10 gonna be, if not at the top, at least a lot more visible than being in an oversaturated category. And I've been doing that literally since I started streaming. I didn't even know about retro or like the generic categories until a couple of months into streaming, like 6-7 months into streaming is when I found out about the retro category.
Yeah, and people may or may not know that I do Old School Saturday every Saturday, and typically what I would do is stream in the retro category, and those would typically be my most successful days. There's a couple variables that make Old School Saturday different from every other day of the week I stream. One of those being that it is in the daytime on a Saturday. The other is that I'm in the retro category. So I kind of attribute it to it being the retro category, but ever since we had that conversation during Prince of Persia, and then before that when I was playing Shaolin Monks, I think, I've been keeping an eye on my views on Saturdays in particular because I've been streaming in the games category instead of retro now. Right now they're about the same. But I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to see what happens because honestly, I've had the same views for a long time. In the time that it took you to get partner, I've had the same amount of people watching me. so like whenever you say something, like I'm like all ears to it. Now you say you stream right now. You're currently playing Tales of Symphonia, which is one of my favorite games. That was like the Tales series is my favorite JRPG series. Period.
Ooh.
When I was looking on your account, it was two things that specifically made me like make sure that I had to follow you. And that's when God Level was reviewing your stream. I think I followed you before then, actually, because I encouraged you to get that review. But when I was looking at your profile, you had a list of games, a long list of games. And I saw Tales of Symphonia, and I'm like, that's my game. That's my game. And then when God Level was doing his stream review of your channel, he saw your offline image. And I'm like, that's somebody with quick wit I'll throw the offline image up here so you can see it. And I was like, that's somebody who is like worth the stream, like who's worth my time, and they have spontaneity and they're quick on their feet. And I think that's the sign of a good streamer. So I say all that to lead up to my question of, do you fear getting tired of JRPGs, or maybe you're in the mood where I don't feel like playing a JRPG today, but it's 5 a.m. on a Thursday and I got to do what I got to do? Like, is that ever a feeling you have?
No, never. I absolutely love JRPGs, dude. Like I said, I've loved them since I was like 10 years old, and I only streamed for 5 hours. So if I ever felt like I wanted to play another game, I'm also a gamer off stream. Like I love Call of Duty. I love whatever other game I played. It Takes Two, a bunch of other games. The Last of Us is my favorite series. So I played a bunch of games off stream. So I have no problem playing RPGs for the rest of my life. I play them off stream. I'm playing an RPG off stream now. Like,
what's that?
So Breath of Fire.
Oh, right. Capcom. I'm a new Capcom creator, by the way, you know.
Oh, you're a Capcom creator.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
No, I mean,
you could be. I mean, you dedicate a few streams to that, beat that on stream or something, maybe. So a lot of times because you're not a one game streamer, which I think is cool. So you're not like totally boxed in. You market to like a niche. So I think that's dope.
Into RPGs, but I don't play just one single game. I play one single type of game.
Right. Do you think that there are any Tales of Symphonia fans when you get done with this particular game, when you hop onto something like, I don't know, Chrono Cross or something, do you think that like they'll fall off, or do you fear anything like that? Or you think you'll be all right either way?
So do I fear it? No, I've already, that's happened. Final Fantasy VII, that skyrocketed my channel, and a ton of people that was there for Final Fantasy VII weren't there for the next game, which was, I think it was Golden Sun. Yeah, I think it was Golden Sun, the next game I played. So, but here's what I learned though, is that although, let's say somebody comes in for Final Fantasy VII and they're always there for Final Fantasy VII. Let's say you had 20 people come for Final Fantasy VII. And you play Golden Sun, 5 people come with you. That's dope. You got 5 people that came with you that you didn't have before as consistent viewers, as core viewers. And beyond just that, those other 15 people, they're still following you. You're still going to be in their side menu thing on Twitch. So in the future, you could potentially be playing something else that they're interested in. So down the line, I've had a ton of people come in that I haven't seen in a while. And they're like, yo, haven't been able to catch you. You're playing this game. I love this game. Like, yo, welcome back in. All right, bet. Good to see you. So I don't really fear. I know it's inevitable. It's something that's gonna happen. People come in for one game, and when you play the next game, they'll fall off, or they just love you as a person, love having conversations with you as a person, and they'll stay, or they'll love the next game that you'll play and they'll stay. So
that's a good way to look at it. It's definitely a good way to look at it. This question is just kind of random. I've definitely been wondering this. Are you a morning person, or do you just do it because it's like the golden hours?
So I'm a morning. When I used to work at Home Depot. I hated there, but I used to work there. And my last shift before like quitting that job, I started at 5 a.m. at that job, and I was off at 1:30 p.m. And I had the rest of my day. I loved it because after that, I would go home and film YouTube videos. So I was like, I love it. And the reason why I have the schedule that I have now is because my girl would wake up at 4:30 a.m. for her job.
Okay.
And so I would be up. I just wake up and I just be laying there because I can't go back to sleep. And so I just be laying there like scrolling through Instagram or Twitter or something like that, not doing nothing. And then I would meet my clients because, again, I was a reseller. I'll start meeting people at 10 a.m. So after a while, when I started streaming, I was like, yo, since I'm up at this time anyways, might as well just stream at this time before I got to go out and meet with my customers.
That's dope.
And it just stuck. It just stuck. Plus, that schedule, let me tell you, that schedule is amazing because you get the degenerates from overnight. You get the people that wake up early in the morning for work on this side, and then you get the people overseas that it's like 10 a.m. for them. So they're like, oh, let me pop in on Keystream real quick. So it's just like you got 3 different eyes on you on the time frame that not a lot of people are on.
That's smart. That's genius. I'm glad it's working out, man, because like now that you explain it, I'm like, I could do that. Like, because I still work my 9 to 5 or my 8 to 5 or whatever, but if I logged on at 9 o'clock, like, would they notice? No. Like, but I don't know. You really got me thinking with that one. So, all right. Do you have any, or did you at the time, maybe back in 2018, maybe when you got back to streaming in 2021, did you have any inspirations or streamers that you looked up to?
Some streamers that I watched. I did watch a couple of streamers. More so, I watched a YouTuber, Jacksepticeye. That's like my favorite. Like I never seen him stream, but I watched his YouTube, a lot of his YouTube videos, and oh man, I used to love watching his content. He's so wholesome, so humble. But as far as like streamers, I watched a couple. But they were Facebook streamers actually. I've never watched Twitch streamers. Never watched Twitch streamers prior to actually getting into streaming, and now all I do is watch. Like that it consumes my life. Like that's all I do is watch people stream on Twitch all day, every single day.
So what categories do you like to watch on Twitch since you just stream JRPG? Okay, it's just RPG stuff.
Yeah, I watch people play RPG. I kid you not, I love the category. It's just I've loved it since I was like 10 years old, and I'm always gonna love it. I don't know, but I do. Don't get me wrong. Like one of the Facebook streamers that I do watch, he's a Call of Duty streamer, and I watched him pretty consistently. But yeah, when it comes to Twitch, I'm mostly watching RPG streamers.
So when you watch RPG streamers, do you have a preference of? Because I made a video about it before. Do you have a preference of camera versus no camera?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I never want to tell anybody this because live your best life. Make content how you want. But I honestly think it's always better to have a camera. Always. Just because, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. Content creation is an uphill battle for anybody. I just think not having a camera will make your battle a little bit steeper, make your hill a bit steeper. And you just get to connect with people on a different way when you're playing games, if you can see them. Have you ever played Final Fantasy X?
Yes. Haven't beaten it yet.
Final Fantasy X, huh?
Haven't beaten it yet. It came to Game Pass. No, you can tell me.
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil the ending. I'm just going to say the end of that it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful, and it can be tear jerking. But when with an ending like that, to see that the streamer react and have their emotion, and you as the viewer, if you loved it, if you was on their journey with them, or even if you beat the game yourself before, it's everybody is just watching that ending of Final Fantasy X and feeling those emotions together. You can't really get that out of somebody with no cam. I mean, maybe, but you feel it a lot more when you're able to visually see that person and connect with them. So yeah, and stuff like you get like you can make funny moments and stuff like that when you can actually see the person.
Right. I pretty much have the exact same perspective on that. And I did just want to get like, just how you feel about it when you watch somebody, like, are you likely to click on them when they have no camera? It's just like, if you see their face, you're more likely to click on them in the first place as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I watch any no cam streamers at all. Actually, I think every streamer that I watch has a camera of some sort, and I can like connect with them. Yeah.
So let's say you're watching somebody new, maybe somebody you've been watching for a while. Mm-hmm. We getting a little messy, only a little bit.
Hey, I'm cool with it.
What's your biggest pet peeve that you see a streamer do on Twitch? Just something annoying that they might do, or just something that rubs you the wrong way.
Something annoying that a streamer does. I don't really trip on nobody's stream too much. I think probably the most thing is when like somebody just like straight up ignores my comment or doesn't respond to my comment.
My number one.
That's
always my number one.
Yeah, it's just like especially if the chat's like not moving or nothing like that. Like, no offense to to the chats, mm-hmm. It's not moving, but like if it ain't moving and you just like skip over or don't read it or read it and don't respond, it's just like, hey, yo, like
I think that's everybody's answer.
Yeah, because I truly don't like. Everybody has their own vibe, their own way about doing this, like, because I can't expect everybody to turn the camera on and just wild out like I'd be like I put on a whole orange skin suit, start doing cartwheels.
Right.
So like I can't expect everybody to be like me. So I let everybody vibe out their own way. But it's just like, how am I supposed to have a conversation with you? You ain't talking. I'm just talking to a wall. You just straight up ignoring me.
Would you consider yourself, like you say you would put on an orange suit? Like, do you consider yourself a people person? Like, you're extroverted? What's on Twitch is what's in real life as well? Or do you put on like a mask in a sense?
Yo, you know what's crazy is that, so I'm like how do I say this? Yes. On Twitch Key is in real life Key. Like I'll be wilding out. Like I'll be doing some crazy stuff. But at the same time, like I have a battery, you know what I'm saying? Like I could drain out, and like at the end of the day, I'm like, all right, bro, I'm just gonna go lay in my bed and not move for like the next 5 hours. Like So like, nah, legit. I actually met up with some other streamers. It was 3 or 4 of us total, and we went to this retro event, and I live streamed the thing. Actually, we live streamed it for a little bit, and it was about a 2-hour drive away from us. And as we're live streaming it, we stopped at like a gas station. We went inside. We went around asking people, hey, is there a such thing as a chicken burger, or is it a chicken sandwich? Like, asking people, like, I don't know. Yeah, we was having good times, good fun with it. So yeah, on-stream key is off-stream key is just, I do have a battery. I do like, all right, let me mellow out. Let me chill out, vibe out, cut back.
Yeah, I feel that. So we just got past Black History Month. Of course, last year we had a whole lot of stuff with hate raids and stuff like that. And just general, like, we on the internet, it's the Wild West. So I was going to ask, have you dealt with harassment? But I'm sure you have, what you just said. How do you deal with it when it comes to your doorstep?
It doesn't, nobody ever comes often with it. At first, I freaked out. I got hit with a couple of hate raids. At first, I didn't know what to do. I freaked out. I end the stream for the day. Didn't even raid nobody. Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to handle it. And I got hit. Yo, you can actually look at my numbers. And I think, I don't know, I was playing Xenogears. I got hit with a 5,000 person hate raid. Like, I didn't know. And I was just, my numbers, I was at 8,000. I was wilding. Or I was at some high number.
Yeah.
And but then after that, I found out what to do. I found out how to handle it. And for the most part, like, I don't really get nobody coming in on no type of like like racial type thing, like hate rate type thing. Nobody ever comes in like that. Sometimes I get like some trolly people, and honestly, I just troll back. Like, but I don't. The thing is, like, I'm not quick to time out or ban anybody. I'm not really quick to do that. Like, I'll let people know. I'll show people, like, you want to come in and troll, like, you don't have to do that. Like, I know, like, there's bored people on the internet or whatever. Right. Like, you can honestly, we could be homies, bro. Like, I try to be like, we ain't got, it don't got to be this way. Like, I'll troll back with you, but like, yo, nah, come on, be cool with it. Like, we can chill. You don't gotta. I won't ban you. I won't kick you out immediately. But honest, if that don't work, then you gotta go. But like, it's never been to that point where somebody was just spazzing out like that. I never really got that type of. We have a good, wholesome, humble, friendly vibe, man, and for the most part, everybody's like that.
Okay, yeah, and that's pretty much been my experience as well. Despite all the hate raids that were happening, other than that, I don't get a whole lot of like resistance. Were you about to say something?
There was one situation where I don't know what happened, but like somebody came in, they donated like probably total like $30 or something like that. And so I was like, yo, thanks. Like I just met you. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Good looks. And we talking, cooling. And then there was like, yo, somebody came into my stream and started harassing me. And I was like, huh? Wait, you're streaming right now? He's like, yeah, I'm streaming. They came in harassing me. I'm like, what are you talking about? So, and two of his friends came in my stream and this whole big conversation happened. I'm like, yo, okay, I don't know what's going on with y'all. Like, this is weird. Like, my community don't do that. They're like, yo, so people started asking for like screenshots and stuff like that. Like, who said that? And or who said anything? Nothing happened. All right, cool. So we booted him. We ended up banning him. And then I got like, bro, probably like 15 Instagram phone calls from that person. They call me, and then DM me like, you're supposed to be a professional. I really looked up to you. I'm like, yo, this is
okay.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
That was the one and only time something wild happened. But other than that, we're like, dude, I try to be super nice to everybody because I don't really want no bad juju with anybody. I'm like super nice to everybody.
Yeah, and that's the energy I get from you, honestly. All right, so you've got a partner rather quickly, right?
Yeah.
What's next for imjustkey?
Next, I'm going hard on my YouTube. We're trying to, at least. I'm trying to. Like, I feel as though like I have my Twitch as a sort of well-run engine,
well-oiled machine.
That one, that's it. That's how you say it.
Yeah,
that's the one. So I got that. But I do still have Twitch goals though. So at the end of the year, I plan on having 10,000 Twitch followers by the end of this year. I'm at 3,000. I'm at 3,500. We just hit 35. I'm at 3,500 now. And so I'm gonna be I'm working on my Twitch. I'm still working on like improvements. I'm going to as many events as I possibly can. I'm going to TwitchCon Amsterdam. I'm going to PAX, possibly TwitchCon San Diego as well. And we have an event here called Anime Boston. So I'm just going to as many events as I possibly can, meet people, shake hands, you know?
Okay, so networking and stuff. Do you you said you want to improve on Twitch. Do you feel like you have any current weaknesses on Twitch, or you just want to make some refinements?
I just don't want anything to stall out. Like, I don't want anything to start feeling too dry or overrun, overdid. I want them to come in like, oh man, Key got something else going. What he got going on now? Like every so often I try not that I sit down and try to think of it. I kind of do as I'm watching streams, because like I told you, I'm like, my life is filled with watching streams. I like do some market research. I peep something. I'll be like, oh, I like that. How can I make that my own? Like, what can I do with that for myself? Or things like that. So I got a green screen for my birthday 2 years ago, didn't use it, and I just put it to use today. Like, I just set it all up today, and I'm gonna use that as like a TV.
I saw you're gonna use it as a TV. So you're gonna like have images behind you, or how you gonna rock that?
All right, so I'm gonna paint a picture. So I got my green screen to my left. You can kind of see it angled to my left of me. And I have a channel point redemption called Change the Channel. So you hit that and an anime will pop up on my green screen.
Oh, that's dope.
In the background. but you can keep on doing it. And as you hit it, like you'll keep changing the channel, and different animes will pop up on my background.
That's super dope.
And yeah,
that's super dope. So I saw it in the background on today's stream. You didn't have that activated yet. This channel point redemption. Okay.
No. I'd spent time learning. I did it all in StreamerBot. I spent time figuring it out in StreamerBot today.
Wow. Dope.
Yeah.
All right. So this next question, do you feel like, let's see, what's the best piece of advice you can give a new streamer? 0 views, 0 followers.
The best piece of advice that I can give a brand new streamer, I honestly a couple. I can give a couple advice.
Go off.
Honestly, dude, don't worry about your equipment. I would say like it doesn't matter what type of, whatever you can afford, get a webcam, whatever. Don't like pay too much. Don't think, oh, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need to spend X amount on a new mic, X amount on a camera. Don't worry about it. Get as the budget items. Just start. It's inertia. The very first thing you need to do is start. Turn the camera on. Hit the start recording button or stream go live button, whatever, and go. Second thing is turn your viewers off. Turn your viewers off and don't worry about it. When you're just starting off, have your homies, have 2 or 3 of your homies pop in and have them keep conversation with you. And on top of that, I actually made a video on this, but don't have your homies on the headset. Even if you're playing Call of Duty, play Call of Duty, just do random lobbies. Because when you're popping into somebody's stream and they're conversating with you like on the headset, like, but I'm just trying to get to know you, who I see on the screen. So it's hard for me to like differentiate. I got all these other people talking. I'm trying to learn you, and I'm sure, I'm sure, but potentially maybe you're not exactly comfortable with being in the position you are in the first place either. So you're not really being yourself. So like, if I can just talk to you and I can learn more about you and you can pay attention to me and we can just talk, that's way better. So like, yeah, that's what I would say. Don't worry about your equipment. Turn your viewers off. Have your homies in the chat talking with you. And then if somebody random pops in, everybody can have a conversation together. And make sure just because they're your homies, they're not breaking rules that you have set up.
Right.
You want to make sure that's very important as well.
That's a good insight, and I feel the same about it as well as a viewer, because when I do streamer school or when I stream myself, I always think about the viewer and how they might feel about what I'm potentially doing. I know that when I am playing Apex Legends, which is one of the most popular games on Twitch, I do the least well, I guess, in terms of viewers. I think part of that is because it's an oversaturated category. Yeah, but I think another part of that is I'm not like particularly great at Apex. But I think another part of that is that I'm talking to my teammates in Apex. And I'm talking to the chat too. But a lot of times I feel like it can be overstimulation when somebody new just pops up and they hear a bunch of stuff just kind of like going on. And I feel the same way a lot when I'm watching a streamer and they just got like some voices and I'm like, all right, who are these people? And they louder than the streamer. And like, I totally get that.
That's one thing that's another thing that I say though, is that like the reason why my very first stream ever when I rebranded was a Call of Duty stream, but it was just a test stream to make sure my sound was good. I was running, everybody can hear me, blah, blah. But like, dude, I sit back and like, I feel very comfortable as a Call of Duty player. I'm like, yo, I'm pretty good at this, but I'm not somebody I would sit down and watch. Like, there's no point in me watching somebody that is just as good as I am. Like, you either got to be, in my opinion, to stream like those oversaturated games, Fortnite, Call of Duty, Apex, you need to be OD at the game. Like, you have to be extremely talented, team worthy, or you have to have entertainment value out of this world and still be able to play at least do your part in the game. And I can't do either one of those. I can't. And this is why I went for RPGs. I just wouldn't recommend playing an oversaturated game, especially as a new streamer. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not going to tell you not to. Not going to say it's impossible, but unless you got like some type of top tier talent, I wouldn't recommend it, man.
I feel that. And with me, like, yeah, absolutely. And I guess like now that you say that, it probably wouldn't affect RPGs too much, but whenever I'm streaming, I always game worse. Like no matter what game I'm playing, like I'm always a little bit worse at it. It could be a fighting game, it could be action game or whatever. I'm always just a little bit worse. But with RPGs, it's mostly like decision making. Of course, Tales of Symphonia is an action RPG. But it's like, all right, I'm sitting here, I'm trying to make decisions, and like most of the time everything will be all right. Like I got a lot of growth personally out of like Persona 5.
Oh,
And
nice.
I know that I don't know, my core audience now, like I've told you before, they don't be jiving with the RPGs like I want them to.
Totally.
I be scared a little bit. I gave them a little bit of what did we play a couple weeks ago? The oh my god, Octopath Traveler.
Yes.
Yeah, Octopath Traveler. So they're digging that. So maybe I'll reintroduce them into some JRPGs. But that is all my questions. Do you have anything that you would like to? Well, first of all, say that you feel like you didn't say for anybody who might be listening to you, because of course this is streamer school. There's people here trying to learn. So if you feel like there's anything else you like didn't get to say yet, feel free to say that.
No, I think you asked some good questions, and I feel like as though, yo, I will say though, I have a saying. If you want to be a content creator, it's the three C's of content creation. It's very, very important, in my opinion, is to have constant, consistent content. Is to no matter what, just always push it out. Just keep going. Your numbers may be down. You may some ups, some lows, some dips, some Johnnies, whatever. I don't know what you call them, but just keep going. Just don't ever stop, because nobody ever succeeded from giving up. That's really it.
Yeah, that's real. And that's something that I've struggled with in my early YouTube years. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm super consistent, which is why I told you, like, this is dropping Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Like,
Oh
I try to
yeah.
be on it.
I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now you gonna? How you gonna?
Yep. I be up like I work my 9 to 5. I stream, I think like 16 hours a week, maybe 15. Do the YouTube channel. I try to like balance it all out. Try to keep the balls in the
Yo,
air,
you know.
but like consistency is everything. Life work balance is definitely
Yeah.
a hurdle for me right now. But but I just know that once I start to do something, like if I don't continue that momentum, that inertia, I like that you use that word. You just got to start moving, and that's just like
Yeah.
what it is. I'm dropping like a TikTok a day, and I'm still like, these aren't just straight like clip re-uploads. These are like, all right, let me download my clip, re-edit it a little bit, make it a little sexier, and then throw it up. Like it's work, but yeah, that consistency is everything. Like nobody, like people forget about you quick.
Hey, that like you said it earlier. You said it earlier. Like people got a small attention span nowadays. So you got to like keep their attention. You got to keep it going, keep it pushing, keep it moving.
Absolutely. All right, one last pitch for your channel. Can you, or anything that you want people to reach you on? Can you tell them how to find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at imjustkey Yo, I promise you, I swear, in either 2023 or 2024, I am trademarking I'm Just Key, because I hate putting TTV at the end of my name. I'm Just Key TTV. I'm Just Key. Anyways, I'm Just Key TTV on Twitter. I guess you can follow me on Instagram as well. It's also I'm just Key TTV. You can find me on Twitch at I'm Just Key, and YouTube. Follow me on YouTube at I'm Just Key. Anything that happens on the weekend for tweets is not my responsibility. You have to take that up with Weekend Key. That's nothing to do with Weekday Key. We are two entirely different people. So I just want to let you know that right now.
All right. All right, I appreciate your time, Key. I wish you much success. I will definitely be there to watch, even if I might be lurking. But you make great stuff. You have great energy. You also play great games. And you're consistent. And you're there while I'm working my dead end job.
Nah, you good. Honestly, dude, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't recommend anybody just to quit. I saw something. I stay in touch with a lot of like entrepreneurial like Twitters and Instagram stuff like that. And they say you should always like keep your main job until your back or your secondary or whatever year it is you're working on is making double what your main job is paying you, because
Oh, wow.
because then you can leave. Because why leave your main job when your second job is paying the same? Now you're just making double what you're making. and you're still able to keep up with your main job. So if you're making double what your main job is paying you, then you can leave it and you're making double what you was working at your main job. So
I like that.
yeah.
I like that line of thinking. Well, again, thank you for giving me your time for this interview and all the streamers, students, and all that. But if that's all, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching this long video. That's it. Class dismissed.